Hello and welcome to the Provisional Manatee Hour podcast with Matt and Zach. We're two mostly grown men who get together once a week and talk about whatever's on our mind. It's usually pointless, but always fun. Enjoy the show. Hi everybody, and welcome to the Provisional Manatee Hour podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Zach.
And we are here to talk about nothing for probably about an hour.
Yeah,
Nailed it.
About right.
Nailed it. Though, before we go further, I have an issue to bring to the board. Talking to Megan the other day, She came up with, inadvertently, of course, what I think is a superior podcast title, Provisional Manatee Hour. The Two Sad Pandas. Yeah. You like it? I mean, let it sit for a sec, Roll it around in your mouth, swish it around.
Two Sad Pandas? That's pretty good. Yeah, it's fucking cold here, dude. It's cold as shit.
Yeah, well, no shit, dude. We got really heavy hoarfrost last night, and it's just been here all day. It never melted.
Really?
So,
you got hoarfrost, huh? Mm-hmm.
It was out on the corner in its fishnets and its rouge, just kind of marching up and down, whistling at Johns.
That makes me a sad panda. Just thinking about that.
Dude, Frost's got to make its money too. I mean,
that's true.
I'm not going to judge.
This is certainly true.
So it's cold. I also heard interesting bit of news about Eugene. Apparently, it is the center of hate crimes in the state of Oregon, which apparently has been having a banner year for hate crimes.
I absolutely believe that, actually.
I'm not going to guess, and I know it's not 100%, but can you just tell me what percent of those are yours? Can you just...
Well, I'm
just be honest.
I'm not prepared to make a deposition right now.
Well, just ballpark figure. Just ballpark figure. No judgment.
Hang on, I actually know something about this. I actually do, because I heard this on the radio, on NPR. Okay. So apparently, on average, in a 6-month period in Eugene, there's 48 hate crimes in 6 months. And it went from that to like 130 in 6 months.
Now I'm going to be honest, 48 seems high, and 130 seems insane. I mean... What's going on there?
I have no fucking idea, dude. I think it's just Trump. Just people, they got Trump, so they're like, fuck it, I'll go live in Springfield, and I'm going to go out to Eugene, and I'm going to beat up some Chinese people or something. There's a lot of foreign students around here, so...
People just feel emboldened to be, the worst human beings they possibly can be. Okay, great.
It's 2018 now, but it's 2017, kind of.
Yeah. Well, that's a fun note to start this on.
But anyway, to answer your question, all of them.
All of them. Okay. So you're the one out there beating up old Chinese ladies and screaming racial epithets at people. Okay.
And you have to realize that Eugene is the second largest metropolitan area in the state. So, it's real easy to get away with making a few vagrants disappear.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So, by the way,
I should come visit.
how's your snail eugenics coming?
I put it on a little bit of a hiatus.
Come on.
I moved the snails out and I separated them actually. So I suppose it's still ongoing. It's basically Jim Crow now. They're in separate tanks and they're clearly not equal, even though I think they are. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well,
yeah, so we've moved from eugenics to just bitter and legally binding racism. So I feel that's moving in the right direction. I feel it is.
Yeah. Well, it's it's a step forward, I guess.
Yeah. See, right? Yeah. Moving in the right direction.
Okay.
Away from eugenics towards Jim Crow.
Okay. So speaking of eugenics, did you watch? You saw Star Wars, and I saw Star Wars.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would maybe come up in our conversation, yes. I did indeed see Star Wars.
So, what did you think of Star Wars The Last Jedi?
Okay, so first, to our maybe one listener, spoilers. So Star Wars. You saw it, I saw it, we both saw it opening weekend, and we haven't been able to talk about it since, and so let's talk about it. So, Zach, what were your thoughts? Let's start out. Did you like the movie?
I thought it was a good movie, but it was a fucking mess. It was kind of a mess.
Okay, well, I'll have to hear your thoughts on that. I liked it, and I've heard a lot of criticism on the movie, and most of it I'm not very impressed by. I mean,
it's like, it's the SJW plot. Like, fuck off.
I've heard a lot of that, and yeah, that's just garbage. No one gives a shit about that.
No.
So, tell me, what are your criticisms of the film? I mean, let me hear yours, and I've got a few of my own that we can discuss.
I thought they just tried to do too much, but it seemed like nothing really got accomplished. Like, it seemed like everything they did, they either fucked up or it completely backfired on them or whatever. But that I didn't really like that. I thought some of the new characters I didn't really like them. And I thought that casino bit where they go to the casino planet was kind of like, I was getting like prequel flashbacks when I saw that. I actually did like the movie overall, though.
I did. I'll agree. I think the Casino Planet thing was it was unnecessary. I think the movie could have functioned without it, and it probably could have been a bit cleaner, but I don't think it really hurt it that much. I just didn't think it was necessary.
Well, it's just pointless, because they went there to get that safe cracker or whatever, and then they get there, and they don't even find him. They get some other guy.
Yeah.
Who betrays them, and just that wholesome B plot could have been cut.
That's true.
I thought the movie overall was just too long. Really,
it was long. Yeah, I think it was the longest Star Wars to date. It was 2.5 hours.
Easily, because I distinctly remember because I went to, it was a midnight showing, and I was sitting there, and it was about an hour and a half in, and they get to that part where like Finn and his girlfriend are on like the First Order destroyer.
Oh yeah,
they're infiltrating it, and I'm just thinking like, this movie's not even like fucking over yet. Like, it's still going. Like, I was seriously thinking it was, but then I was remembering that they're like in the prequel, not the prequel, but in the preview, they had that scene with the AT-AT walkers, and I'm like, wait, that hasn't happened yet. So I knew there was going to be more, but I was just, whoa, so much of that movie could have been chopped or...
No, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, what I liked about the movie is that, so they had a bunch of characters and they had a bunch of stories, but they all felt pretty complete. Like, every character seemed to have like an actual arc. You know, it was, you are one person and you do some shit and something changes. And I liked that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I agree the plot was a little hectic at times.
Right.
But I think it came through, but I mean, that's just kind of up to personal taste. And I think the only thing that really kind of disappointed me was Snoke.
Yeah, the Snoke thing. But I think that was probably, I don't really have much of a problem with that, because I think they probably realized, oh, what are we going to do? Like, are we going to make him like the Emperor's father or something? Or let's just fucking kill this character.
Exactly. Yeah, because he was just barely alluded to in The Force Awakens. And that was actually something I was excited to learn about, was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then he just dies. Now, we don't know who he was or where he came from, but
He's just a guy.
I have a fan theory.
Literally just a guy.
I have a fan theory.
Oh,
no. I have a fan theory, and I believe it is rock solid. And I think as soon as you hear it, you will agree.
Oh my god!
Okay. So take yourself back to Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So the final fight up on the Death Star. Vader and Luke are having it out. Luke gets knocked down. The Emperor's frying him. Luke appeals to the goodness of his father, breaks through. Vader picks him up and throws him down the shaft, and he, explodes in a plasma fire at the bottom of it. My thought was some. Yeah. I'm guessing maybe one of the Imperial guards went down there into the shaft to see if the Emperor survived, and all he was able to find was his scrotum. But it was still viable tissue, and so he grabbed it and threw it in a Bacto tank, and just cranked it. No, listen. Cranked it up to 11, and just let it run for 30 years, and out came Snoke. I think that explains his appearance perfectly. I think that explains his background perfectly. I can see no flaw in it.
No, but he's got his skull's split apart, clearly got.
Well, yeah, because his head is really just the testicles, and they're kind of hanging unevenly. That's why it's all lopsided.
I thought it would be something like he was the Emperor's brother or something. I like my theory better. It is dumb, but I think anything they come up with would have been dumb. So they're just whatever, he's just a guy, and he's dead. So in the next movie, we're going to have, I don't know what, Kylo Ren's going to be in charge or something. That's stupid. I mean, I think that might actually be okay, but I don't know. Does that mean that the First Order is just going to be run by some
I think so, yes.
Who's...
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that could be good. That could be interesting.
I'm looking forward. Now, I know the third movie is going to be... It's kind of up in the air, because at least word I heard earlier was that Leia was going to play a major role in it. And, unless they're going to do another Grand Moff Tarkin, which I dearly hope not, that's just not going to fly.
I think they said they're not going to do that, which, to me, makes me wonder what the fuck's this movie going to be then. I don't know. But, because if they Grand Moff Tarkined her, people were so upset when they did that with Peter Cushing, people would fucking flip out with old CGI Carrie Fisher.
And the thing with Grand Moff Tarkin, I don't even understand why that was necessary. Surely they could have just found another actor who looked kind of like him and just make him up to look like Peter Cushing. I feel like that is within our grasp of technology here in 2016 when this movie was made.
Well, they could have done that, but I feel like if they had CGI'd the Grand Moff Tarkin, but then made it like a hologram or something.
Yeah, there we go.
So there's that distortion on it, and then it wouldn't look so weird, because in the movie it didn't look right. It was creepy.
Yeah. Actually, I started watching that last night, Rogue One. Yeah, about as good as I remember. Yeah, ugh.
It's a piece of shit.
It really
I hate
is.
that movie.
It is dumb. I probably am not going to finish it.
Well, next year, now that The Last Jedi's out, and that means that there's a Star Wars movie every fucking year. I guess next year there's supposed to be the Han Solo movie.
That one. Yep. Yeah, I am not looking forward to that one either.
It's gonna suck my balls. It's gonna suck blue milk out of my balls. I'm gonna get more mileage out of that joke. God damn it.
Was it blue? I thought it was kind of green.
No, it was definitely blue. It was kind of like a light, milky blue.
Okay. So, do you think that was the stuff they were drinking on Tatooine?
I don't know, but I just know that when he squeezed that stuff out of that thing's nipple, I just stopped jerking off immediately. I was like, man, the porgs had it going, but that blue milk kind of ruined it for me.
It definitely had a chilling effect on me, too. I'm going to be honest, so you're not alone.
What do you think of the porgs? I kind of thought they were not terrible, but kind of stupid.
They rode a line. They were a little cutesy and annoying, but not so much that it actually detracted.
Were they Ewoks?
They were less worse than Ewoks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I agree with that. Yeah, I thought it was decent enough. I don't know. I am a little worried about the Carrie Fisher thing.
Yeah, we'll see how that works. I mean, for a second there, I thought at the beginning that they had killed her off there, so I was kind of surprised she was in the whole movie.
I guarantee you that when they signed these guys up for contracts, they probably filmed death scenes for all of them, for every movie, in case they didn't survive, because they knew they're fucking old. I think, how old was Carrie Fisher when she died? Because she's not young in this movie.
Yep, but she wasn't super old either. She was in her early 60s, I thought.
Yeah, but man, she rode rough, you know.
That she did.
She's apparently, so you know the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Yeah.
Apparently she doesn't even remember being in it. Does not even remember it.
You know, you could say that was the drugs, or you could say that was just a defense mechanism of her psyche.
No, but have you ever seen it?
Not all of it. I've seen part of it.
Have you ever seen that scene where she's singing?
No, I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, dude, you need to watch it because she's so coked out in that scene. You can tell. And Mark Hamill looks all fucked up because he had just gotten in a car accident, and his face is all jacked up. And so they put all of this makeup on his face, and he looks like he's made out of plastic or something. It's so crazy.
All right, I'll have to check this out. You know, I'm intrigued. All right.
Definitely. If you ever want to see Mark Hamill as like a human crash test dummy.
All right, I'll have to check that out. Let's see. Was there anything else about the movie? Liked, hated?
What did I like? I don't know. How about you? You go first.
Okay. So yeah, we covered the bit about Snoke.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I just really liked it. It's really interesting. So I went and saw it opening weekend, and Jenny didn't want to go because there'd be a ton of people. She didn't want to deal with it. So I was like, oh, that's fine. So she went and saw it on Saturday, day before yesterday.
Okay.
And so she went alone because I was, suffering through a cold. So I was like, I'm staying home. So she went and saw it, and she hated it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like every bit about it she hated. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I don't know.
See, I thought some of the humor in the movie was really out of place and kind of weird.
They put a lot in, and it was noticeable that there was a lot of humor in it. I mean, granted, at least the original trilogy definitely had humor in it. I mean, it's part of the universe, but
yeah, but it was like the characters playing off each other. You didn't have Han Solo like prank calling the Empire or something. Like,
no,
that scene was so weird.
That's true, and I mean, it was noticeable. I didn't feel that it really turned me off, but it was definitely more than had been there in the past. I wonder if they're just trying to learn a few lessons from the Avengers or something. Like, hey, people like humor in their action. Let's put some laughs in there, and it
definitely did seem kind of like a Marvel movie almost. Like it had touches anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't outrageous, but it was definitely more than I was expecting.
Yeah, it wasn't like stupid humor like the prequels.
I will say this, the one thing that the prequels had that the current iteration of movies hasn't, that I'm a little sad about, is alien racist characters.
Oh, yeah. We need more like, who's that guy that has the robot army, but he talk like this, or the whole movie.
Yes. Or the alien that owned Anakin and his mom, who, like, the little flying elephant.
Oh, the space Jew.
Yeah, he was a space Jew. And it's just like, dude, that's... You can't do that. You can't do that.
He did it, and you know what? I bet George Lucas thought it was fucking revolutionary. Like, he's the first Jewish character in a movie ever.
Oh, I'm sure he was hard that whole day of filming, but no, it did not work, George Lucas. It did not. I know he listens, George. It did not work.
Have you ever heard him talk about his movie Red Wings?
No, I've heard him talk about American Graffiti, which I think he considers like the greatest thing he or any human has ever done.
Oh, yeah, totally. But his thing about Red Wings is, like, he talks about it like it's the first movie to have an all-black cast ever. And it's like, no, it's not. It came out in, like, 2012. You know how many all-black movies there have been by now? Like,
yeah. And it was really nice of him to do a movie about, the Tuskegee Airmen and not bring racism into it at all. Like, that was just not part of the story. Great move, George.
It sounds like a Star Wars prequel.
Yeah.
Almost. Just heard of it. Oh, God. So, yeah, Star Wars. I don't know. But it was a definite step up. But, yeah, not enough racist caricatures. And definitely not as good as like the original trilogy.
Well, yeah. Actually, that's what Jenny and I watched for New Year's. She had the originals on VHS, so it was before remastering. So.
No way, really? Does she have like the ones from the early '80s?
No. So she has the ones. I think the copyright on them is, I think it's 1992.
Is it the one that like on the side it kind of looks like Darth Vader's helmet?
No, I think that was the next release. My parents have that one, and that one's pretty good. I think that one was the last release before they added all the CGI stuff, like all the extra do-back action on Tatooine, which the story really needed.
Wow! So that means Ginny has a copy of almost original Star Wars.
Exactly. We're gonna look into finding a way to put them on DVD.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. That's easy.
Okay. Well, if you can point me towards a resource for that, let me know.
I will send you some links to some hardware that you can use.
Excellent. Thank you, sir.
Faux show.
And I'll reward your efforts there with your own copies if you want them.
Oh, nice. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So
I appreciate it. 1992.
Yeah, I might steal the ones from my parents too and do it to them, because I remember those were in pretty good shape the last time I watched them.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of amazed that people still have VHS tapes.
Yeah, so I think that release was when I think the only thing they did to I think it was 96. I think the only thing they did to the 96 release was THX. They basically redid the sound.
Right. Well, no, isn't 96 when they started coming out with re-releases?
I feel like that was. I maybe it was a little earlier.
I remember seeing them in the theater, and I was like in like 4th grade or something when that happened.
Yeah, I can't remember. I might have been in middle school, so that was mid to late 90s, I think. I'd have to look it up, because I think it was the year before Episode 1 came out, wasn't it? Yes. So those might have been like 97, 98.
Episode 1 came out in 1999. Okay. So yeah, maybe all they did do was the THX shit.
Okay, all right. So we're closing out Star Wars then. Okay, I just wanted to mention I finally got around to watching Logan. It was good. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
It is good. It is a very good ending to a series that I think is very checkered. Yeah, no, it was good. I highly recommend it. So I won't say anything about it if you haven't seen it.
Was it as good as X-Men 3? Is this someone where like Cyclops dies? You got like Jean Grey becoming like some kind of, I don't know, fucking.
Oh yeah, I've seen that once, and I think about 10 years after it came out. So it is, yes, yeah, no, I would have to agree. It is better than that, yes.
It's like the worst one, but
no, yeah, it fits very well into like the whole Wolverine kind of side series.
Okay, I've heard it's good. I just haven't seen it. So the thing I had to talk about.
Okay.
Have you seen any of the new Star Trek Discovery?
I have not. I've heard mixed things about them.
So I paid for a year-long subscription to stupid CBS All Access because I was like, I know I have to see it. I know, even if it's bad, I still have to watch it. But so it's not. It doesn't start off the greatest.
Okay. Well, before we go, let me ask you 2 questions. Okay, first,
yeah.
How much did you pay for CBS All Access?
It was like $100 for a year.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of expensive.
Right now, do you feel comfortable with that expenditure?
No.
Okay, so that's all. That's a pretty fair review right there. So, Star Trek Discovery not worth $100.
No. So like the first few episodes, it's really rough. Like I don't like any of the characters really because they're all like just the most stereotypical. Like you have like the nerdy chick on the ship, and you have like Michael Durden or whatever fucking name is the main character. She's just unlikable, and she's like the whole war that's going on in the series is her fault. So it's kind of hard to like sympathize or like her at all. But it gets better in the last few episodes before they took the mid-season break.
Okay.
But it's pretty grim, I have to say. They do one thing in the show where the Starship Discovery has like this special warp drive where it's so dumb, it's almost like midi-chlorians in episode 1. Like, that's how stupid it is. So there's these spores that live in subspace that apparently that they've somehow learned how to manipulate, but in order to like get them all on the same page, because apparently with these things you can like travel anywhere in the universe like instantly, but in order to get them all on the same page you need the central organism that like controls them, and they have like this big crazy giant tardigrade. But then they're like, but that's not nice to the tardigrade, so we'll just put implants in one of the crew members and we'll use him as like the supercomputer instead. So yeah, it's really stupid. I was just like, why are they doing this with warp drive?
Oh,
and I didn't see the point, I guess. I was just wondering, why couldn't they have set this after Voyager when literally any of this would have been plausible?
Yeah, that sounds fucking dumb. Yeah, wait, so Discovery is like, when is it placed? Is it really early?
No, it's set like a couple of years before Jim Kirk takes over the Enterprise.
Oh, okay. And so at that point, they have the technology to instantly travel anywhere in the universe.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucking dumb.
That I feel like that would leave an imprint on the universe moving forward, and maybe people who didn't give a shit about the feelings of tardigrades would still be using that and would rule the universe, and humanity would be extinct.
Yeah, seriously. It's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty goddamn ridiculous. And I don't know, just yeah, I don't know. It's so different. It's a very different show than like the Next Generation or something. And I don't think it's in a good way. So, like, you know, the character of Harry Mudd?
Yes.
He comes back in this series.
Really?
So, how would you describe Harry Mudd in the original series?
So the episode I remember him from, that was where he had the planet of androids.
Yes.
And he used some of them, or one of them, to basically hijack the Enterprise and bring it there. He's kind of a scheming and devious, but also kind of bumbling guy. Like, he tends to get in his own way. So I mean, he's like kind of like a comic bad guy.
Yeah,
like
I would say that's a pretty good description.
Yeah. He's not evil. He's just greedy and stupid and causes trouble for mostly himself, but also for others.
Yep. And see, he's like the only cast member that appeared in more than one episode. He's like the only there's that episode, which is Mudd's Women, and he was in another one, which I can't even remember right now. But anyway, he came back for this new series, and he's played by that dumb shit from The Office, Dwight.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's played by that guy.
Oh.
And he plays it like he's got some funny lines here and there, but he's so menacing and evil, and it's so wrong. It just doesn't fit at all. Like, this isn't Harry Mudd. I remember Harry Mudd. It wasn't like this. He was just kind of like a con artist.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
In this show, he's a bad dude.
Huh.
Scary bad. I don't want to get too specific in case you actually end up watching it. But
I might. I don't know. I have...
It's Star Trek, dude. You have to watch it.
I do,
you
but...
at least have to try it.
I mean, I have lost a lot of faith in Star Trek over the years, so...
Understandable.
I'm really going to have to build up. Like, I didn't see the last movie. I just skipped it.
It's actually pretty good.
Is it? Oh, I don't really like the reboot that much. It offends my sensibilities. I mean, they're okay movies.
The third one is actually decent, though.
Okay.
The third one, they actually got it right. But the funny thing is like, everybody's just like, oh, fuck this franchise. By that with it.
All right. Well, I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. Next time I'm down at Howard's, I'll rent it.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Is it Prime? Like free?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because actually we have access to that, so maybe I could watch it there.
Watch it on there, man. Save a couple bucks.
All right. No, good to know. Good to know.
I know you got that. I know you got that. That high speed internet there in Idaho.
Oh yeah, yeah. Use it while we have it.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Soon we'll be employees of Verizon or something, or Comcast.
Yeah, I'm sure the 3 remaining video rental stores in America are really excited about this.
Yeah, and 2 of them are in Moscow. Although, like, I remember the one I used to go to as a kid in Orofino, but I don't think that one's there anymore. I think that one's gone.
I'm amazed that the one in Moscow is still... I mean, I go to it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Because it has shit that you can't find at other places, and...
Dude, yeah.
I'm also a grumpy old man, so I like things the way they used to be. And
but I got my VHS tapes.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Godzilla versus Biollante, and I did indeed watch it on VHS a couple months ago. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
It is good. It is good.
It's kind of more like more of a horror movie, like how the Manatee tentacles are like grabbing people and shit.
It is. It's pretty good. I think it was a couple months ago. One of the stations was playing a Godzilla marathon.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent about a day and a half in front of the TV watching that.
Nice.
Saw a few I hadn't seen before. I finally got around. I finally saw Godzilla versus Destroya.
Oh yeah, that's another good one.
Very clear that the maker of that movie saw aliens and were like, "We can do that."
Oh, and by the way, it's not pronounced Destroya; it's pronounced Destroya.
Destroya. Thank you.
Destroya.
Destroya. Okay, I got it. I am no longer ignorant.
But yes, it is a total aliens knockoff.
Yeah. Just like that. Have you ever seen Carnosaur 2?
Actually, no. But I have seen Carnosaur 1, and it's a big piece of shit.
It really is. Carnosaur 2 is a total aliens ripoff. And also, I found a riff tracks done by 3 paleontology postdocs.
Nice.
Highly recommend it.
Carnosaur 2, isn't that that was made by that guy, King of the Bees. What was his name?
Roger Corman.
Roger Corman.
Yeah, he just put out a new Death Race.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, Death Race 2050. It's on Netflix. It's pretty prime. Roger Corman, before it became a thing, he saw Trump's America in like a drug-induced fever dream, and he just put it up on the screen. Like it's beautiful. Like in a gross, disgusting, like maggoty corpse way. It is.
In a maggoty corpse way. I like that.
It has just a just bitter, painful truth to it that makes it beautiful.
Isn't that the movie where they like kill each other for gasoline?
Well, it's basically this televised cross-country race where you get points for time, but you also get points for the number of opponents and innocent bystanders that you kill along the way.
Okay, sounds like a good family movie.
Oh yeah. The original movie, I think, was also a Roger Corman movie. I think it was in the 70s, and it starred David Carradine. Oh,
did you know he died masturbating?
Yes, yeah. Autoerotic asphyxiation, I believe.
Yeah, one big thing.
It also had Sylvester Stallone in it.
Yeah, I knew that was like his first big movie or whatever that he did.
Yeah, quote unquote big. Yes,
I mean, it was a big deal, man. It was pretty controversial.
It was then. Now it's just ridiculous. But
the arcade machine was started like the first people freaking out about violence in video games was over the Death Race arcade. Yep. Just a game where you run people over.
Well, then we invented GTA, and
now it's just a game where you roll people over.
Yeah. I spent a whole summer playing Vice City. I don't think I ever actually tried to play any of the actual game.
Oh, really? Just
I just played it to a level to where I had all the shit I wanted, and then just would spend all day committing atrocities in a consequence-free environment.
Put in all the cheat codes or whatever.
Oh yeah, I had all the weapons I wanted. I had all the vehicles I wanted, stashed away around town. So my reign of terror was absolute and breathtaking.
Vice City is a game that has a distinction in my mind because there's a level in that game where you have to kill a guy in a mall, and then your wanted level immediately goes to 5 stars, and you leave the mall and you basically just get shot by cops. And I remember ripping my fucking hair out, getting so frustrated at that mission. And finally, I figured out a trick. And I remember I literally, it was the 50th time I tried to do it. And I broke my fucking keyboard. I just lifted it up, broke over my knee. Because I figured out this trick where if I just took a helicopter and I landed it in the street, and I ran into the mall, and then I ran back out, got in the helicopter, and flew away, I could drive back to my mansion and just land on the helipad there.
Okay.
So I'm doing that. I'm going into land, and flying a helicopter in GTA is a fucking nightmare always. And I immediately, I hit the top of a tree. I'm 5 feet away from the mission, and I'm just fuck! It's when you do that, you respawn at the hospital, and then you have to go and steal another fucking helicopter because it doesn't. I don't think it just respawned. I think you had to actually get another one. Oh, it was a fucking nightmare, dude.
That's pretty awesome,
dude. Those old school GTA games were fucking frustrating sometimes, man.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I think my favorite game was go down by the docks and pick up hookers, sleep with them, then run them over in my car, and then use the golf club to beat them to death based on whatever was sticking out from under the car, and then take their money back.
I've done that a million times.
Oh well, no, I would do it a special way where I'd pick them up, I'd sleep with them, they'd take my money and leave. I would then run them over, but in such a way that part of them was sticking out from underneath the car, and then I'd go out and with the golf club and just beat their legs to death, and then take their money back.
What I like to do is I like to go into an alley, and I like to wait until they get out of the car, and I position the car so that they're in front of me, and I pin them up against the wall between the car, and then I stab them in the throat with a knife. Yeah, dude. Come on, bro. That's GTA's. That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah, I don't know which is worse, but I like both of them. They're great. Okay, so we're both terrible people.
Oh, of course.
I mean, nothing new there. I mean, we knew that.
No.
But
yeah.
Let's see. Anything else to talk about?
Did you get any good loot for Christmas?
I did pretty good on Christmas. Let's see. I got $150 in Amazon gift cards, which is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, I think as sad as it is, I think that was the highlight of Christmas. Is I have money to go spend on myself.
That's always fun.
I mean, it is, and really, if I'm going to be honest, that is my favorite gift. But yeah,
it's just money.
Money that I can go and use to buy what I want.
Okay.
I got plenty of other things. I mean, Jenny gave me some cool stuff, and I got some nice stuff from her folks and all that. But no, the money was great.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah. So how about you?
Let's see. So over the last few months, I've been upgrading my computer. So I took all my old components and I upgraded my brother's computer with it.
All right.
And then I got like a bunch of candy for Christmas.
Oh, always.
And I got like a gift card from my dad.
Oh.
And I got a binky. I got a big binky, like a big blankie.
Oh, okay. Is that what you're wrapped up in now on your porch, like a homeless person?
Yeah, and it's black, so nobody can see me.
So it's like a ninja blanket.
Yep, like a ninja blanket. Yep.
All right.
For show.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
It is. It's good, dude.
We're running out of shit to say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've been Matt.
And I'm Zach.
And this has been the Provisional Manatee Hour podcast, also known as Two Sad Pandas.
Two sad pandas. I'm a sad panda.
I am a super sad panda.